People often associate sharks with terms like sea killers and the Steven Spielberg movie Jaws. These feared kings of the sea are probably the most famous kind of fish. They are also among the biggest and baddest. Catching one of them is probably every fisherman's dream. In most major shark species, female sharks usually outweigh males, as is the case with most sharks on the following list. Number 10. Ledgepoint Shark, 1987. According to the American ichthyologist and a leading authority on coral reef fishes, also a shark expert, J.E. Randall, the largest reliably measured great white was 19.7 feet, 6 meters, found near Ledgepoint, Western Australia in 1987. Number 9. Deep Blue, the largest great white shark ever caught on camera. This enormous shark, named Deep Blue, was spotted near Isla Guadalupe, off the coast of Mexico, and is probably the largest great white shark ever to be filmed, and believed to be one of the largest great white sharks ever seen. The massive predator was first featured in August by the Discovery Channel in a documentary when researchers tagged the gigantic fish. Researchers believed Deep Blue was pregnant. The shark, thought to be about 50 years old and estimated at 20 feet, 6.1 meters. Great sharks can live to around 70 years old in the wild, but today, sharks aren't living nearly as long as they used to, and in turn, not growing as large as they once did. Number 8. 1988 Canada Shark. According to the Canadian Shark Research Centre, the world's largest accurately measured great white was 20 feet, 6.1 meters in length. This was a female caught in 1988 at Canada's Prince Edward Island. It was caught by the local fisherman David McKendrick. The shark became tangled in McKendrick's net as he fished off the western side of the island, and died before it was brought to the surface. A large female, the shark was a rarity in the northern seas. Number 7. Phillip Island's Great White Shark, 5,085 pounds. Data needs to be confirmed, but it's possible that this large great white shark caught off Phillip Island in the 1970s weighs an amazing 5,085 pounds, 2,306 kilograms, making it possibly the biggest shark ever caught. It was 21 feet long, 6.4 meters. Number 6. The Great White Shark caught by Vic Hislop in 1985. A great white shark measuring 21.8 feet, 6.6 meters, was caught by the Australian shark hunter Vic Hislop in 1985. Hislop also believes there are many even bigger sharks out there in our oceans. He also claims to have caught a larger one than the one recorded, but was unable to land it. Contrary to the popular belief that the great whites are not natural man-eaters, Hislop believes that the great white sharks can develop a taste for humans, and that once one does, it will travel from beach to beach, devouring humans whenever it feels hungry. He says, at least 100 swimmers disappear every year here, and their bodies are never found. Many have been eaten. I've often caught sharks and removed human hands and feet from their stomachs. I even found a human foot still in its sandal. Number 5. The Taiwan Shark, 1997. On May 14, 1997, a huge great white shark was caught in a set net off Hualien Country, Taiwan. The gross weight of this animal was 5,500 pounds, 2,500 kilograms, and total length was claimed at approximately 22 feet, 6.727 meters. This length, however, is unconfirmed, and note that forced perspective is used in its only photo. Still, it is considered as possibly the largest great white shark ever recorded. Number 4. Kangaroo Island Great White Shark, 1987. On April 1, 1987, a huge great white was captured near Kangaroo Island in Australia. It was estimated at least 23 feet, 6.9 meters long. According to Wikipedia, the shark size estimation methods proposed by J.E. Randall suggested that the Kangaroo Island specimen was 19 to 21 feet long, 5.8 to 6.4 meters. In a similar fashion, I.K. Ferguson also used shark size estimation methods proposed by J.E. Randall to suggest that the Malta specimen was 17 to 19 feet, 5.3 to 5.7 meters long. However, photographic evidence suggested that these specimens were larger than the size estimations yielded through Randall's methods. Thus, a team of scientists reviewed the cases of the Kangaroo and Malta specimens in 1996 to resolve the dispute by conducting a comprehensive morphometric analysis of the remains of these sharks and re-examination of photographic evidence, in an attempt to validate the original size estimations, and their findings were consistent with them. The findings indicated that estimations by P. Razili and J. Abella are reasonable and could not be ruled out. Number 3. The Mourinho Bay, Australia shark, 2016. An Australian crew has photographed what may be the largest great white shark ever seen, at an approximate length of 23 feet, 7 meters. The shark was spotted just 300 feet off the shore of Mourinho Bay, South Australia. The photo was published on Shark Alert's South Australia Facebook page. According to the non-profit organisation, the crew of the Shark Patrol helicopter used their jet boats to compare the size, which is around 6 meters, and the shark was bigger. But naturally, many people are skeptical about the claim. Colin Simpfendorfer, a marine science professor at James Cook University, said that the size issue from photos like this is always challenging. You can get a sense of its size, but measuring it to that sort of accuracy is always a challenge, particularly when there's very little in the way of size reference in the picture. Number 2. El Monstruo, the Cuba shark, 1945. A very large specimen was caught off the coast of Cuba in 1945. Known as the Kojima specimen, it allegedly weighed 7,000 pounds, 3,175 kilograms, and was 21 feet, 6.4 meters in length. It is often cited as the largest great white shark ever recorded. At the time, an entire village seemed to come out for the photo. Several adults stood in the background while kids sat on the long dead shark, legs dangling over the side. But later analysis of the photo by experts such as R. Aidan Martin of the ReefQuest Centre for Shark Research suggests the shark fell short of its stated size. Martin instead concluded it measured around 16 feet, 4.9 meters in length, with a weight that's hard to determine just based on a single photo. Number 1. Malta shark, 1987. On April 17, 1987, Alfredo Cutterjar caught a big female great white off the coast of Filfa, Malta, that was reportedly measured to be 23.7 feet, 7.23 meters, long and weighed 6,349 pounds, 2,880 kilograms. In the mid-90s, Cutterjar and John Abela were interviewed for a documentary, Jaws in the Mediterranean. This time, Cutterjar has claimed that the shark was 23 feet, 7.01 meters, and Abela confirmed that. He said that he had accurately measured the shark twice, as it lay on the floor at 23 feet, 5 inches, 7.14 meters. In 2001 again, Cutterjar said that it was 23 feet, 7.01 meters in length. Later, based on a set of jaws, Spanish shark researchers John Barrell and Isabel Mate estimated that the Malta shark was between 21.92 and 22.34 feet, 6.68 meters to 6.81 meters in length. There's been some dispute about the accuracy of these numbers, however, and experts have been arguing over it for years. Shark experts Richard Ellis and John E. McCosker, authors of the book The Great White Shark, 1991, have also largely discounted the claim of the Maltese fisherman.